So you want to take steroids, huh? Better think again. Alright guys, so this is me right here. I'm just warming up here with easy power cleans of 95 pounds, warming up so I can see if I can hit 185 pound clean, regular clean when you go down to the squat. And I actually did 195 off camera, which is my PR, so hooray! And you know, doing this all without taking steroids, alright? So this is me right here taking the 185, boom, and up it goes. Very easy. Actually, 195 was tougher though. Alright guys, what is up? It's Mr. Chafa here, and also known as Seth. And so today we're going to try and figure out, how do steroids affect your body? Okay. How do they? So my hypothesis, I think that by taking steroids, you will increase strength and muscle mass at a much faster rate than a natural lifter. Okay. Before we get into the main evidence here, let's talk about how your body produces testosterone. So your body produces testosterone through the hypothalamus, controls the endocrine gland, also known as your testes, and your hypothalamus is what tells it to increase more testosterone in your body, or to hold it a little bit and decrease it possibly. And your hypothalamus doesn't just control your testosterone production, it also controls your appetite, whether you're hungry or not, or you're gonna eat more, your blood pressure as well, your mood, and your reproductive ability, which ties into that testosterone. Hey, close it. I'm recording right now.
Seth, you put that needle down.
Exactly. Just like how he said, put that needle down. This goes for guys and girls. Now, you people who are poking yourself with the needle for steroids, or taking your pills like Mentos, remember, it's not you only live once. It's if you don't take this, you only live longer. For guys, when they take steroids, they would inhibit increased aggression.
Very disturbing, and if you have children in the room right now, you may want to have them step out.
Paul Bashi is charged with trying to kill his girlfriend. He was caught on surveillance video stabbing her several times. The attack lasting 40 minutes inside their rental home.
7 Action News reporter Kimberly Craig is in Mount Clemens with more on this shocking story.
This surveillance video from inside Paul Bashi's own home is so incredibly hard to watch, and it could be what sends him to prison for a very long time. Investigators say the man launching the violent attack on his girlfriend is Paul Bashi, a 35-year-old bodybuilder, and during the 40-minute ordeal, he repeatedly kicks her, punches her, throws lit candles with hot wax on her, and the stab wounds, almost too many to count. Macomb County prosecutor Eric Smith.
It's a blessing that she is alive. She was beaten within an inch of her life in this case.
But what happened on Monday stunned prosecutors, the 23-year-old victim coming to court in support of the man accused of nearly killing her.
This poor woman who's been in this abusive relationship and was beaten so severely showed up at court to ask the judge to have us dismiss the charges, to release the defendant, and to tell the judge that it was at least partly her fault. We were certainly surprised by that, but it happens on so many of these cases.
Smith says there's no way they're dropping this case with such damning evidence against Bashi from his own surveillance cameras that also showed him speeding off after dragging his girlfriend's lifeless body outside. Thankfully, neighbors saw she was in desperate need of help.
She cannot have the charges dismissed. Only we can, and we're certainly not going to dismiss charges against this defendant. We're going to go to trial on everything we have, and we're going to do everything we can to convict him, to ensure the safety of this victim and the safety of anyone else that he may be involved with down the road.
Paul Bashi is now charged with assault with intent to murder. He's due back in court next month.
Mood swings and impaired judgment as well. And also they would increase their heart disease, their acne, their male-pattertened baldness, and their liver damage can possibly occur. And the growth of breasts can actually occur in males when they take steroids, due to the fact that when your body is used to taking in this testosterone, your hypothalamus is like, oh, okay, you have a lot of testosterone. I'm not going to send any signal to your testes to produce any more. So that's when usually estrogen can rise. And because of that, because the hypothalamus no longer sends a signal, your testicle size actually decreases as well. Because your body realizes that. Why would I have some larger testicles? You have to decrease them now. I'm getting enough testosterone as it is, with the poke or the pop. And for females, for you ladies out there, you can develop a deeper voice, develop facial hair, because of the increased testosterone, obviously, when you poke or when you pop. And it can actually decrease your breast size for females. It's kind of like the opposite for guys, which is kind of interesting. Which means if you're a guy who wants to become a girl, I'm just kidding, you would take estrogen probably for that. And you also, for the female, you'd experience irregular or even potential loss of your monthly period, of your menstrual cycle. This depends heavily on the frequency of use and the amount of use, like the amount administered as well. So generally for males and females, fat deposits in the blood vessels due to increased testosterone. And this can lead to heart attacks and strokes. And then something interesting is if you're young, like 18, 19, 20, 17, the age at which your epiphyseal plates haven't fully fused yet. So if you go take that x-ray and get the x-ray of your femurs, you can usually see the epiphyseal plates would be at the proximal end as well as the distal end, but both proximal and distal ends of the femur, it's like a little gap thing. And as you get closer and closer to approximately 21, which is about the age at where you're fully developed, the epiphyseal plate decreases. And guys, so if you take steroids and you're young, you're gonna end up looking like that mini-me guy. All short, really short. And when males and females, when they take steroids and then they withdraw from steroids, they're gonna be like this, they're gonna be like this, they're gonna be like this. They're gonna be probably tired, they're gonna be really tired. They're also gonna have, they're gonna be depressed because their euphorias went down, which is their feeling of wellness. And they also most likely might become suicidal. And another interesting fact, just food for thought for you guys, is you may have heard that doctors prescribe steroids for swelling, also known as inflammation, to reduce it. This is true. However, those of you who think you'll get massive gains from doing that, that's not the case. These are not anabolic steroids. These are corticosteroids. Corticosteroids don't build muscle, strength, or endurance. Anabolic steroids do. because anabolic in the name means the build up of. Just like catabolic would be the opposite to that, which would be the breakdown of. When you take anabolic steroids, your body adapts to the stimulus depending on what type of stimulus it is given. So if you're a strength athlete who's going for, let's say, higher reps, you're going for lower reps, in like the 5 to the 4 to 1 rep range, like heavy strength base, your body will adapt very quickly to that stimulus. And it will gain lots of muscle mass as well, very quickly. And the same can be said for a sedentary person as well. They just take anabolic steroids, they're going to gain muscle even when they're not doing anything. And the same thing goes if you're training specifically for muscle mass, you'll gain a lot of muscle mass very quickly, extremely quickly. And another thing, if you're training for, let's say, endurance, your endurance will increase extremely quickly if you're training like that. But not just that, you will also still even gain muscle anyways, because it's an anabolic steroid. So basically, whether you're doing anything, you're going to gain muscle, lots of muscle really fast. And if you notice that those people who are on YouTube who claim they're natty, which in the fitness community that's considered natural, if you notice that these people are possibly looking good during a certain period of time, and then after another period of time they're looking like trash, that's because they're off their cycle, they got off the steroids. So usually you would see something like this. Someone who is a natural lifter would be about right here, let's say, and then someone who's takes steroids, or someone who's going to take steroids is right here. He takes steroids, okay, and they train. It would be like this, okay, but then when he's off cycle, he'll still go up, he'll go down dramatically, and then when he tries to go up back to normal, he'll be here. See, the natural lifter would actually exceed the anabolic steroid user because of that reduced drop of testosterone, which causes your body to lose a lot of that muscle mass. And the anabolic steroids also help induce more muscle growth because of your cells in your muscles called your satellite cells. These satellite cells are what cause the cross-sectional growth of your muscle mass. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and you comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. I couldn't upload last Sunday. I was really busy. Today is the day, and next week will be it. Alright, see you guys and gals.